Hey everyone. In this garden bed here we had some pak choi which had finished, which grows real quick as you know. You'd be lucky if it was in here for 8 weeks, and we harvested it all. Now this is a garden bed we built specifically for the pak choi initially and the spring onions. Now we've harvested probably 80% of these spring onions once over at least, some of them twice. And what I mean by twice is that we cut them down to the ground. Let's have a quick look at this. Sorry Jack. Have a look at this. This is what we cut in the past. We've cut them down. Have a look at that. They're growing up again. There's some. And we've got some over here as well. These are ones that are done much earlier. They've already jumped back up again. Have a look. See how they've grown again? You'll probably get at least 3 harvests out of these before they go to seed or something like that, or flower. Enjoy them. There's no need to pull them out of the ground. Just keep harvesting, keep cutting them to the ground. Here's a batch we just cut this morning. That's how you do it, just straight to the ground, and right next to it, these are probably 2 or 3 days old. That's it. That's how fast they grow, because they've got a big root system, nothing on top. They need lots of sunlight, so what are they going to do? They're going to push up lots of energy so they can grow and get lots of sun and energy into them. Now back on the other side, what we had here, now if you remember, we put the mulch at the bottom, we put manure at the bottom, compost, soil, black grit, charcoal, blood and bone. We've put a lot of things into this, and we finished it off with a pea straw on top, and you get a few peas growing here and there, but that's not okay. That's not an issue. What the topic here is a no dig garden. You don't actually have to dig this over again. Now, gone are the days where you finish gardening in your veggie garden, unless it's completely inundated with weeds and you need to get them out. Yeah, dig it over. But if you don't need to do that, if you haven't got the weeds, it's a no dig garden. All you need to do is dig a little hole and replant into that again. Why do I say that? Is because the soil's full of living organisms, microorganisms, bacteria, good fungi that are growing in there. They're networking. The mycelium is a connection that goes on between the plants and those microorganisms. And if you turn it over, you're breaking that network connection up. It takes it all that longer to reconnect so they can start composting again. So what we're going to do is leave it alone. All we're going to do is clean it up a little bit like this. See here? Remove some of these old roots from the pak choi, like there. There's another one here. Take all the good soil off that. Now I can leave these in the soil so they can decompose over time. They're a bit too chunky. We're going to put this into our compost bin and let them break down in there. Then we can add them back into the garden as a top dress. So that's okay. That's okay. There's a little bit of mulch everywhere. That's good. I'm happy with that. It's not too uneven. I've got some seedlings here. I think they're yellow sweets or long hot Hungarian yellow. I don't know what they are, but we'll soon enough find out. All we have to do is space them out evenly. I'm going to do 2 rows of 5 approximately, because I think I've got 10 here. 1, 2, 3. That's the center. That's a tiny one. There. Not quite 10, but that's okay. All right, like that. And then simply open a little hole like that, put the seedling in there, and carefully backfill it. Look, we've got irrigation. 1. Have a look at this. Let's get a handful of this soil, see what's going on under here. Not bad, huh? Look, oh yeah, hey? Trying to win the jackpot here. Got earthworms and compost worms going on in here and everything, folks. Yeah, don't turn it over too much, as they say. Just leave it alone. Let nature do its job. Now, I know a lot of you like turning your soil over and keeping it pristine, which is fine if you're going to constantly work it and add your manures into it and, you know, replenish it completely. In this case here, unless you find the soil struggling, and your plants are struggling, that is, you don't have to add too much. The only thing I'm going to add to this is black grit, and then just liquid feed it with our Eco Boost and liquid gold. That's all it needs, because everything else is here, and that will start breaking down all the straw on top. And if you find over time that the straw on top that you use starts to decay, disappear and get eaten up by the microbes, all you got to do is add a few more layers on top. A little bit of a top dress with the compost and a bit more straw again. But while the straw is still good on top, leave it alone. A little bit of black grit around each one. And if you've got existing beds like I have here, you can simply just sprinkle it on top of your mulch, so you don't have to pull it away. And when you do water it in, it'll just work its way down to the root zone where it's going to do its magic. And last but not least, a nice water with Eco Boost and Liquid Gold, folks. And I tell you, this will help them grow big, strong and healthy. That's all it does. It does make it work magic. So if you've got a veggie garden, and that's 4 litres, can you believe that? If you've got a veggie garden just freshly planted, get some Eco Boost Liquid Gold onto them, but don't forget your black grit so you can get those big strong flowers happening as well. You can find all these great products on our website. That's Vasili'sGarden.com, and there are plenty of specials to take advantage of so you can enjoy a wonderful and productive garden just like us here. From me, Vasili, Maresi.